You want to know the truth about boosting your HEMI? When people ask how much horsepower a 5.7 or 6.4 can handle, everyone says the rods will bend. And yeah, that's partially true, but that's not what really kills these engines. The real grenade pin hiding inside your stock HEMI, well, it's the piston, specifically the ringlands. The tiny strip of cast aluminum is the reason the 5.7 taps out around 450 wheel horsepower, and your 6.4 barely survives past 500 wheel horsepower before checking out. Forget bent rods, your HEMI is blowing up its own pistons first. Let's start out with the affordable setup, the 5.7 liter Eagle. If you're boosting this motor and still want to daily it, the consensus is clear. 400 to 450 wheel horsepower is your safe ceiling. That's around 6 to 7 pounds of boost. It's mild, but definitely necessary. The reason is kind of simple: cast pistons. Don't get me wrong, they have great factory fuel economy, but they're terrible under boost. As you cram more air in, cylinder temps and pressures spike. The piston expands, ring gaps close up, and the detonation shatters the fragile ringland shelf right off the piston. It's a slow bend, it's a sudden, expensive crack. There's just really no room for error. Now, the 6.4 liter Scat Pack, it's bigger, it's badder, and built for high performance. You think you could take more boost, right? Wrong. The safe limit only creeps up around 425 to 500 wheel horsepower. Barely an improvement, but with a lot more risk. The 6.4's deadly secret is in its compression ratio of 10:9 to 1. From the factory, it's already tuned to the edge for NA power. Add a blower or a turbo, and you're stacking boost on top of an already overpressurized cylinder. That crazy off-the-line torque you love, that's also what hammers the piston into oblivion. With brittle cast internals and sky-high compression, the 6.4 is unforgiving. One bad tank of gas or a hot summer day can end the engine. A small wheel horsepower gain for a massive risk. Finally, the Hellcat 6.2 liter. This is proof that a HEMI block can handle insane horsepower if it's built right. The secret? Two big differences. First, a boost-friendly 9:5 to 1 compression ratio. Second, factory forged. High-strength pistons, forging makes them denser and tougher, able to survive the brutal cylinder pressures that would melt cast ones. The result? As everyone knows, the Hellcat puts down around 707 to 717 horsepower from the factory. And with just a pulley swap and a tune, the stock bottom end reliably handles around 800 plus crank horsepower on pump gas. That's the power of forged internals. But if you want to go beyond the 450 to 500 wheel horsepower mark, there is no shortcut. You've got to ditch those fragile cast iron pistons. But the good news? The fix isn't as bad as buying a whole new motor. A quality dropped in forged pistons and a rod kit for your 5.7 or 6.4 runs about around 1,000 to 2,500 in parts. Add machining and labor, and you're looking at the 2,500 to 5,000 for your factory-built boost-ready bottom end. That investment eliminates the piston ring land failure and unlocks the true reliable horsepower potential for your Gen 3 HEMI. Well, if this video helped at all, smash that like button. I really appreciate you guys for watching everything. We'll see you in the next one on TorqueSat. Peace.